Hey everyone, I'm Alex, and today I would like to introduce to you a new aircraft from Microsoft Flight Simulator that is single-seat coaxial helicopter Ka-10 index M. M means modernized. This aircraft made first flight in 1949, and it in fact was very fast helicopter of Cummins Construction Bureau. Only about 15 pieces was developed, so the history of this machine was quite short, but that was important step in the evolution of coaxial helicopters. Before we proceed to the cold start, let me explain some features that you can use in this helicopter. First is you can toggle pilot. You can see there is no pilot in the cockpit, but you can toggle it by clicking on the seat bottom part. Pilot body is linked with control elements, so it looks nice, and maybe some of you will find it useful. You can disable it anytime by clicking on the seat one more time. Second thing is yoke visibility. That's a default feature, so it works exactly the same. Also, you have an option to disable the rotor blades. You can toggle them anytime. Important to understand, they became invisible only in cockpit view, so outside you will see them anyway. And you can toggle them on again by clicking on the rotor mast. And last thing is the tablet. Let me enable battery. You have a tablet with map. This map doesn't have any kind of settings or config, so you can't even change the scale, so it's like a paper map that was used many years ago. You can toggle it by clicking on the tablet. If you use gamepad to control your aircraft, you also will need to check the left stick settings. Let's open controls options, select your device, and you will find the sensitivity tab in the left top corner. In this tab you will see the reactivity option for your access. This reactivity creates the artificial delay for your reaction, so it may be helpful for airliners maybe, but in our case for helicopter it will cause troubles because this kind of aircraft require the quick and sharp controls. To fix it, just increase the reactivity to maximum. Both axes, left stick X and left stick Y. Save it, and you can name it like you want, maybe 10, so you will be able to change them anytime. Apply saves, go back, and now you will be able to control your craft quickly. You see how stick react on my joystick immediately without any kind of delays. Alright, so we are ready for cold start. This aircraft has checklist, but honestly it's so simple, you don't really need to use it. It has 4 main switches. That's on battery, then alternator, nav lights, and landing lights. We will not talk about. Also, you have a knob for gauge backlight. Before you will start engine, check 2 things. First, the throttle. Throttle have to be set in bottom position. If you will set in high position, your rotor blades will create the air resistance, and starter will be not able to start engine. So it's very important to leave the throttle handle in the bottom position. And last one is mixture. Set mixture to 100, and now we are ready for engine start. So engine start is fully manually. You may expect if you turn the key it will start engine automatically. Now it will not. Until engine combustion start, you have to hold the key. Okay, now you can release it. And now adjust the mixture. It should be as low position as possible, but not affect rotor RPM. You see that rotor RPM decreased. Yeah, that's the perfect position. And now I will enable lights. Let me explain which gauges you have. This one is engine controls. You will see the temperature and fuel and oil pressure. This one is fuel amount. It's in liters, it's altimeter in meters. That is important to understand that this helicopter has all gauges in metric system. That's vertical velocity, meters per second. That's airspeed, kilometers per hour. That's rotor RPM in percent. Artificial horizon, compass. That's the angle of the rotor blades. And the last one, clock. You can set the time, and you also can trigger the timer. Also, you have the radio device. You can reach it by changing the camera to the instruments. Yeah, that's right. So you can adjust the standby frequency, volume, and swap the frequency if needed. But you actually can use the default feature of the ATC assistant, and it will switch to required frequency automatically. Okay, so we are ready for takeoff. Controls are quite simple. You have rudder, you have stick and throttle. Throttle linked with engine throttle, and also it linked with blade pitch angle, so you control both with same handle. Okay, increase the throttle and prepare for takeoff. You need to hover for a while just to ensure that engine RPM will be stable. Be good to transit in the cruise and pitch down, increase the throttle to maximum. And now you will fly forward. So this aircraft quite slow, so do not exceed about 150 kilometers per hour, because otherwise you can damage rotor blades. During flight you can use trimming. This feature not available in original aircraft, but here you can use it just to make your flight more comfortable. Okay, here it is. So I reached some balance and can leave the handle. Now let's return to the base and I will show you how to land. Hold the speed about 80 meters per hour and vertical velocity -3 of 5 meters per second. Right before touchdown, increase the throttle to hover. And slowly lower your altitude. There we go. So it's not so simple with Xbox controller, because it doesn't have analog stick for the throttle, but still possible. Cut engine with mixture. Turn off lights, electrics. Feel free to ask any questions you have. Fly safe, see you around.